Smart. My answer to what the fuck is anthropology is Google it. What else is there to know about me? Let me think. I enjoy playing guitar, drawing. I'm a sucker for a good nature walk. Love a good nature walk. My favorite social media app is Pinterest because I'm what? Gay. Do I care about university? Womp womp. Am I beautiful and stunning and amazing? Yes. It is genuinely taking everything in me not to just chat. Is this real? Another fun fact about me is that every day I blow the roof off the universe. It's exhausting being the best, but somebody's gotta do it, you know? Where my art girlies at? Y'all fucking with The Kiss by Clint? Editing me insert some tapping sounds over this. Is that good for you? Do you like that? You're close. Really doing it for the girls and the gays, and that's it. Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, let's play a fun game. You ask me what my favorite color is. Why the fuck would you ask me that, you freak? What if I tell you all about the books that I'm reading at the moment? Could be fun. Book time. Oh fuck. Okay, up first we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Now, one thing about me is that I did not think that I was a romance girly for a very, very long time. However, Miss Emily Henry, she might just do it for me. I've really been loving this one. I had started reading Beach Read over the summer to try and get into her work, but then the summer ended and I didn't know if I was in a beach read kind of mood, so I picked up this one and I really like it. I haven't finished it yet, however, I like it so far. It's a bit of a small town thing, and I'm from a small town, so far, loving it. Y'all already know all about this though, I'm sure. Next up, Anthony Bourdain's Kitchen Confidential. Ooh. Loving this one so far. I love Anthony Bourdain. I love Anthony Bourdain. What I've read of it so far has very much slayed. Like, come on now. If y'all don't already fuck with Anthony Bourdain, what are you doing? Get into Anthony Bourdain. This book is really good. Plus, this version is the one that has like his written like footnotes on the book. I think 10 years after he had already published it, and he basically just goes back and gives his thoughts. Big fan. If you haven't already, get on this. A book that I finished recently that I'm obsessed with. This is a masterpiece. I feel like this one will make nice sound as well. This is none other than Julia Fox's memoir, Down the Drain. Down the drain, down the drain, down the drain, down the drain, down the drain. This book is genuinely insane. Can't recommend it enough. Properly a 10 out of 10. I genuinely thought this book was a masterpiece. I love her writing. Her storytelling is great. Her life is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. However, genuinely amazing read. There's a lot of stories about her life that made me just feel very inspired and be like, wow, you can go a lot of different paths down this life and still come out amazing and find a way to do the things you want to do and be fucking iconic while you're doing it. So, get all over this one if you haven't already. Great, great book. You really thought that we would leave the book segment without talking about Normal People? Normal People by Sally Rooney. I feel like you can take one look at me and guess that I would probably like this book, and that I have a crush on Paul Mescal. questionable man. Different questionable man than when I started reading this book, which is kind of funny. Now, imagine you're me, and you're reading this book to him, and you say, I'm not a religious person, but I do sometimes think God made you for me, right into the eyes and ears of a man who, what, did not deserve it. To which he would say, probably something along the lines of, you're being weird. And hey, he probably wasn't wrong. This book is devastating. 10 out of 10. Loved it though. I've reread this book probably the most of any book. And just so I'm not making the book section too long, I'm going to end off with what is probably my favorite book. Everything I Know About Love by Miss Dolly Alderton. Obsessed. This book genuinely changed my life. This book is a semi-memoir story by Dolly Alderton. There's a version where the names of the characters are slightly changed to make it more of a fiction, but I do believe that it's based on her life. She kind of details different points of her life and the things that she thought and believed about like love at different ages. Obviously, your perceptions of things change largely over time, and I loved reading the ones that were for the age that I was at when I read it, and kind of the ones that came after and being like, well, I'll never change my thoughts on these things, I'll never feel that way, and then like my brain developing like my frontal lobe, finishing cooking, and I'm like, wait, I do kind of feel that way. In honor of me turning 21 in 3 days, I figured I would read the chapter, Everything I Knew About Love at 21. Men love a wild, filthy woman, have sex on the first date, keep them up all night, smoke hash in their bed in the morning, never call them back, tell them you hate them, turn up on the doorstep in an Ann Summers nurse's outfit, be anything but conventional. That's how you keep them interested. If you ignore the boyfriends of your best friends for long enough, they will eventually go away. Treat them a bit like how you would the common cold or a mild case of thrush. A breakup will never be as hard as the first one. You'll float around aimlessly in the months afterward, feeling lost and confused as a child, questioning all the things you knew to be true and contemplating all the things you have to relearn. Always stay at a man's house. Then you can leave whenever you want in the morning. The perfect man is olive-skinned with brown or green eyes, a big strong nose, a thick beard, and curly dark hair. He has tattoos that aren't embarrassing, and 5 pairs of vintage Levi's. When you're not having sex, have a bush like a wild climbing shrub. There's no point wasting all that time, money, and fumes on hair removal cream unless someone's going to see the results. Don't go out with someone who won't let you get drunk and flirt with other people. If that's part of your identity, they should take you for who you are. Orgasms are easy to fake and make both parties feel better. Do a good deed today. You'll feel settled, centered, and calm when you fall in love with the right man. The worst feeling in the world is being dumped. Men, on the whole, are not meant to be trusted. The best bit of a relationship is the first 3 months. A good friend will always put you before a man. You can't fall asleep. Dream of all the love affairs with the olive-skinned, curly-haired men that lie ahead of you. Oh boy, I can't wait to be 21. A good warning though is that this book is also fucking devastating. You get so attached and it really, really hits you, but it's such a beautiful book. Like, I actually can't recommend any book more than this. I made my roommates read it. Dolly Alderton, I love you. Okay, now we're gonna do a really fun trigger called prolonged eye contact. Can you hear my deviated septum? subscribe. Subscribe. Come on, you know you want to. All the cool kids are doing it. Do you mean you're not gonna subscribe? What do you think, you're better than me? Anyways, if you like this video, stay tuned for my next ASMR